The old man dumped all the chestnuts into the water and immediately told the young man beside him, "The ones that float are bad. The ones that sink are good." The boy then pulled out his notebook to jot down the steps, but the old man suddenly realized he was trying to steal his technique and reached out his hand, demanding payment for the lesson. Without any money on him, the boy had no choice but to head straight home. Back at home, he tried to figure it out on his own, dropping bags of chestnuts into water over and over to test them. Then, he mixed in what he learned from street vendors, sneaking a taste of their seasoning when the stall owners weren't looking. He went back home and tried to come up with his own secret recipe, but when he actually tried roasting them himself, things didn't go smoothly at all. The chestnuts would explode like popcorn the moment they hit the pan, flying everywhere. After countless attempts, he finally managed to make a perfect batch of candied chestnuts. He couldn't wait to have his parents taste them and was pleasantly surprised when they both gave rave reviews. With the flavor problem solved, he set up his stall in the perfect location. He chose the food court at the mall because it had the most foot traffic. Since he had to go to school during the day, he had to leave the chestnut business to the housekeeper. Just when he thought he'd be raking in the money, he didn't even make enough to cover that day's electricity bill. Then he noticed the vendor next to him was pulling in customers and realized his sales approach was the problem. Later, he did some market research and noticed that small vendors offered discounts and gave away little gifts. But more importantly, he observed that people coming out of the restroom near a donation box seemed relieved, like they'd just shed their exhaustion, and in their good mood would drop in donations without thinking twice. So product placement really mattered. He went back to the mall and paid a hefty price to relocate his spot. Right at the mall entrance, every passerby would grab some to take home. The next day, business was booming. But just as things were getting on track, he received a shutdown notice from management. The smoke from his roasting machine had blackened a huge section of the ceiling. He tried to paint over it to cover it up, but the paint dripped down and ruined his products. After that, he was kicked out of the mall. However, when he got home, his mother told him his father's company had declared bankruptcy and they needed to move abroad to escape the fallout. But while processing his passport, the boy suddenly changed his mind. He wanted to stay behind and help his father pay off the debts.